Are you ready to learn how to build the life you truly want, without having to compromise your values or beliefs? In this video, we'll be delving into the profound wisdom of Buddhism and how it can empower you to design the life you've always dreamed of, without sacrificing your true self. Lesson 1. Accept the other. Being open to non-self is more than just getting it intellectually. It means completely changing how we see ourselves and our place in the world. This change has an effect on every part of our lives, from how we get things done to how we deal with others. The thought of non-self goes against how we usually think about who we are. We often think of ourselves as separate from the world around us and as permanent people. In reality, though, we are deeply linked to everything and everyone, and our sense of self changes more often than we think. When you accept non-self, you can let go of your ego, which is one of the most deep benefits. The ego, or our need to hold on to a set sense of who we are, can cause a lot of pain. We often connect our happiness to what we've done, our status, or what other people think of us. But once we know that the self is not a solid thing that doesn't change, we can begin to let go of these ties. Think about how much stress and anxiety we feel when we worry about what other people think of us. We often feel like we have to live up to certain standards, whether it's in our daily lives or at work. We can stop worrying about this all the time, though, if we can let go of the idea that we need to keep up a certain image or personality. We no longer have to show ourselves or look for approval from other people. We can instead focus on being ourselves and going after what really means to us. We don't give up on our goals or stop caring about how we look because of this. It means we are less attached to the result of things and more open to change. We are more open to growth, change, and new opportunities when we let go of our ego. No longer do we need to maintain or protect a fixed identity. This lets us deal with whatever life throws at us. The idea of non-self is also very important to how we connect to other people. We start to understand that everyone is always changing when we stop seeing ourselves as different and fixed. This knowledge makes us more compassionate because it helps us see that others, like us, are not limited by a single identity. Thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of people change over time because of many things we might not even be aware of. Being aware of this helps us loosen up in our interactions, whether they are with family, friends, or coworkers. We don't have to hold other people to a certain picture or make them act in ways that match our idea of who they should be. Instead, we can be more open to their changing and growing. This doesn't mean we let bad behavior go on without stopping it, but it does mean we're more understanding and flexible in our relationships. When we accept that we are not ourselves, we also see that sticking to a set idea of who we are and who others are can cause problems. We hold grudges, won't forget, or feel hurt because we think that what other people do defines them and us. But letting go of this fixed identity gives us a new way to look at problems, which can help us heal, forgive, and grow. We stop judging others and ourselves based on what we did in the past and see that things can change. The freedom it gives us to grow as people is another powerful thing about accepting non-self. We often put limits on ourselves because of what we think about ourselves. We might tell ourselves things like, "I'm not good at this," or "I'm not that kind of person who can do that." These thoughts keep us from reaching our full potential. Ourselves are not set in stone, though. Once we understand this, we can grow and change in ways we never thought possible. With this way of thinking, we can break free from the limits we've set for ourselves. The stories we tell ourselves about who we are no longer hold us back. We can instead continue to change, grow, and evolve. The idea of non-self opens up a lot of options for changing bad habits, learning new skills, or getting over your fears. Adopting non-self means realizing that the story you've been telling yourself about yourself, like if you've always thought of yourself as someone who lacks confidence, it won't always be a part of you. You can gain confidence and change into the person you want to be with hard work and practice. This is true for all parts of your life, including your work, your relationships, and your ideas. Being open to non-self makes us more flexible, which also helps us deal with losses more gracefully. Problems and failures don't have to make us feel like they show what kind of person we are. We can look at the situation as a short-term lesson that we can learn from instead of saying, "I failed." We can get back on our feet faster and keep going without being held back by a fixed sense of who we are when we think this way. Accepting that we are not ourselves is not a one-time experience. It's something we work on every day. Mindfulness is the first step. Mindfulness means being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without making them a part of who we are. You should pay attention to how your sense of self changes throughout the day. You might be sure of yourself 1 minute and not sure the next. You might be happy in the morning and stressed out in the afternoon. These thoughts won't last forever and don't make you who you are. Being kind to yourself is another way to practice not being yourself. Know that everyone else is changing all the time, just like you. Remember that you and everyone else is going through a process of growth and change. Don't be hard on yourself or worry about being perfect. Instead, welcome the changeable nature of life and the chance to grow. Meditation is another great way to understand and accept the non-self. When we meditate, we can just be aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. We learn to see them as temporary events rather than set parts of who we are. This exercise helps us see ourselves in a more open and flexible way over time. Keep in mind that non-self does not mean forgetting who you are or becoming passive. It means realizing that you are not limited by any one part of yourself. You have the power to make your life important because you are a living, changing thing. You can live a fuller life when you accept non-self. You become less attached to the person you think you should be and more free to become the person you really are. Accepting the non-self is a freeing and life-changing lesson that can help you live the life you want without giving up anything. When you let go of a fixed identity, you're free to grow, change, and follow your dreams with more resilience and freedom. It makes you care more about other people and makes your relationships stronger by helping you understand and accept them. The most important thing is that it helps you live more in line with your true nature and beliefs. You can make a life that is important, fulfilling, and true to who you are, moment by moment. If you let go of your ego and accept that life is fluid. Lesson 2. Seek happiness in the success of others. Envy is one of the things that can stop you from living the life you want. It's easy to think that other people are doing better, getting more done, or being happy than you are. But envy makes you unhappy and stops you from enjoying the good things in your own life. Buddhism offers a different view, one of joy that comes from helping others. Taking real pleasure in other people's happiness and success is what this means. It might seem hard at first, but it will feel great once you get used to it. Judgment makes you feel heavy, but now you feel lighter, freer, and closer to the people around you. Also, keep in mind that success is not a zero-sum game. The success of someone else doesn't mean you can't be successful too. There's plenty for everyone. By having this attitude, you make more opportunities for yourself in life. Your relationships will also get better if you practice compassionate joy. People naturally want to be around people who can truly enjoy their wins. People are more likely to help you if they feel like you're behind them. This positive reinforcement creates a loop that is good for everyone. As you build the life you want, one important skill is being able to make other people happy when they succeed. It keeps you from getting stuck in bad thoughts and helps you keep an attitude of plenty. When you help others, you help yourself too. This makes the world a better place for everyone. Lesson 3. Learn to be patient and tolerant. People often forget how important patience and understanding are, but they are necessary for a happy, long-lasting life. People today value getting things quickly and getting them right away, so being patient can feel like a lost art. Rushing through life, on the other hand, only makes you tired, angry, and unhappy. Finding true happiness requires consistent, well-thought-out work and the ability to handle problems with ease. Buddhism teaches that patience is more than just waiting for things to happen. It also means keeping your mind calm and peaceful when things get hard. Being patient makes you better able to deal with failures and more open to the process of growth. You start to see problems as chances to learn and get better instead of as problems to solve. And tolerance goes hand in hand with it. It means being able to accept things as they are, even if they don't go along with what you want or expect. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals or letting people treat you badly. It means getting stronger on the inside so you can handle life's challenges with kindness. To get the life you want, you need to be patient and tolerant, because the path won't always be easy. Things won't always go as planned. People will let you down, and success may seem impossible to reach. But if you're patient, you can keep your eye on your goals even when things get rough. Giving up the need to control everything around you is part of being tolerant. It's about being okay with the fact that things won't always be perfect. Try to keep an open mind when you're in a tough position to build tolerance. You shouldn't fight or reject them. Instead, try to learn something from the situation. Having more kindness and tolerance in your life will help you handle things better. If you don't always try to go against the flow of life, you can handle problems more easily and clearly. This helps you keep your eye on your long-term goals even when things go wrong in the short run. It takes time, work, and persistence to build the life you want. Building up your patience and tolerance will help you stay on track even when things get tough. Lesson 4. Always be willing to help others. It's not just about personal success to live a life without giving in. It's also about making other people happy and healthy. A heart of service means helping others, being kind, and making the world a better place through your deeds. This is very important in Buddhism. This doesn't mean you have to become a monk or do nothing but help people. Being kind to the people around you, helping them out when they need it, or listening with understanding when they need to talk can all be acts of service. Serving others with all your heart makes your life better in ways that money can't. Helping other people gives you a sense of connection and meaning that goes beyond what you want for yourself. It makes you feel very good to be a part of something bigger. I think that when you live with a heart of service, you let new things happen. Kind, giving, and caring people naturally attract others. People will want to help you if you have a reputation for doing good things for other people. This starts a good cycle of giving and getting that can help you stick to your values and reach your goals. Find small ways to help other people in your daily life to live with a heart of service. It could be as easy as keeping the door open for someone, giving them a positive word, or giving your time to a cause you care about. It will become more normal for you to do service the more you do it. To get the life you want without giving up anything, you have to stay true to your values. A heart of service is one of the most important values you can develop. If you help other people, it makes their lives better and gives your own more joy and meaning. Lesson 5. Choose to live a simple life. Giving up everything or living in poverty is not part of intentional simplicity. Making decisions about what's important in your life and letting go of the rest is what it means. You make more room for the things that really make you happy and fulfilled when you simplify your life. There are many ways to be simple. It could mean clearing out your room, lowering your commitments, or spending less on things you don't need. Getting rid of fears, anxieties, and the need to always be better could also mean making your thoughts simpler. Focusing on what's important will help you get rid of the things that are getting in the way of building the life you want. Being intentional about how simple you live also helps you stay true to your morals. You can see what's important to you more clearly when you get rid of the rest. When you're clear, you can make choices that are in line with who you really are instead of letting social pressures or other people's views affect you. Being simple gives you freedom. Focusing on getting more doesn't take up your time, energy, or mind. Instead, you can focus on the things that really count. So you can build a life with a lot of meaning instead of just stuff or accomplishments that don't make you happy in the long run. Getting more stuff doesn't help you build the life you want. It means being careful about what you let into your life. When you live simply, you make room for the things that really count and get rid of the things that keep you from living your true life. Lesson 6. Find a balance between success and happiness. The strong desire to reach our goals and become better people drives us. But if we don't control our desire, it can make us unhappy stressed, and like no matter what we do, it's never enough. Being ambitious and being happy at the same time are important lessons that Buddhism teaches. You can passionately work towards your goals and enjoy what you have right now if you find this balance. If you don't find happiness, having goals is like chasing the horizon. You never quite get there. Keep your eye on the next thing, and you'll never be truly satisfied, no matter how much money or success you get. But being happy without goals can keep you from moving forward. Even if you're happy, if you don't want to grow or get better, you might not hit your full potential. The important thing is to find a balance between going after your goals and being happy with the things you have now. You can follow your dreams without losing sight of the happiness that is already in your life if you find this balance. To find balance, you should first make goals that are clear, important, and in line with your values. Drive yourself to reach these goals, but don't let your focus on the end result make you forget to enjoy the trip. Take time every day to be thankful for the things you have, the people in your life, and the progress you've made. But also be aware of when your drive to succeed is taking you in dangerous directions. If you feel nervous, stressed, or unhappy all the time, it could mean that you need to reconnect with happiness. Take a deep breath, step back, and tell yourself that it's okay to have goals and enjoy the present at the same time. You can build a successful and satisfying life by finding a balance between wanting more and being happy with what you have. It is possible to do great things and still be content with what you have. This balance stops you from putting your health and happiness at risk in order to be successful, so you can build a life that is both meaningful and long-lasting. To get the life you want without giving up anything, you can't just blindly follow your own wants at the price of other people's. Instead, it's about living your life according to principles that bring you real happiness, peace of mind, and harmony with those around you. You can live a worthwhile and honest life by accepting others as they are, finding joy in their successes, learning to be patient and tolerant, having a heart of service, intentionally living a simple life, and finding a balance between ambition and contentment. The ideas in these lessons come from Buddhist teachings. They show you how to live a successful life that also makes you happy on a mental and emotional level. You can build the life you really want, one that brings you joy, meaning, and peace, by following these rules every day.